Hi, this is Michael Uslan. You're listening to Batman on Film.
You are listening to Batman on Film, chapter by chapter, Batman 89. This is episode 14, I think, or 15. It's fun, but here's the time code for this episode, everybody. So if you're following along, 1:25:30 to 1:35:14, and I've already spoiled the surprise that it is me, legacy member of Batman on Film, with senior contributor.
I believe you're a roundtabler. You were a roundtabler.
Yeah, that was my old name. But Bill said I'm a legacy member now because I've been around a long time.
So does that mean like you're in the BOF Hall of Fame?
Probably. I'm like, I have a gold like microphone with little bat ears on it. It's like, oh, I remember the BOF podcast one.
Yeah.
But let's go back to the summer of 1989, a magical time where people were getting bats shaved in their heads, buying Batman ice cream, towels, soundtracks, little Batman things you can stick in your window. That's right. I remember I had Batmania. Never has come back, never been duplicated, never replicated, never imitated. It's only been celebrated for those that were there. I was there. I was 10.
I wasn't there, but I celebrated.
I was 10. I was like, my mind's blown. I was gonna say one of the things I remember having was this Batman hanging on a rope, and I had a little, suction cup on it, and I'd stick it in a window in my house. And I still have it somewhere. I just don't have the.
Come a long way when it comes to Batman merch from 1989. Which is crazy because there was an insane amount of merch for 89, but now, I mean, the way McFarlane makes action figures.
Oh yeah. You couldn't find
things are different.
Figures were, man, getting that Toy Biz Batman figure was you had to get a rain check and wait, and like they're not going to make it.
Oh man, KB Toys. Did you get a KB Toys rain check?
I had a Target rain check. I remember. Okay. So I got the car, I got the Batmobile, and then Batman came. I got Robin first. Yeah, it was a dude. I still have that thing right behind me, dude. You can hear the wheels.
That's it.
That's right there, man.
There you go.
That's the real deal. Two-wheel
sideshow phony.
Sideshow phony Wayne. Yeah, dude, that Batmobile. I feel like there was somebody online who can make a top for that. If they can change the top
of
the
screen accurate, Justin's not gonna like it.
I need a screen accurate top. I need 2 seats and a canopy that closes. That's what I need. If you can't make that happen, then go back to the drawing board. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I'm still happy with my McFarlane.
Well, McFarlane he did a 2-seater for the Tumbler.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's it. Maybe he knows he can milk it out of you.
Jeez, man.
I don't know if I could buy a third McFarlane Anton First Batmobile. I bought the one for the Flash, and they was like, it's got the gray canopy. So then I was like, all right. And then they're like, oh, we fixed it. Here's an 89 version. I'm like, all right, I'll buy this.
Yeah.
So now I got 2 of them.
Oh, for reals, you have 2?
Yeah. And then
you could probably sell the Flash one.
No, I don't want to, because here's the deal. Actually, and this is shout out to Frankie. This is all because of him. So the McFarlane 89 Batmobile is obviously matte black, like in that movie.
Yeah.
But the Batmobile for the Flash is actually very shiny and reflective, like it's been freshly waxed, like it was in Returns. So I bought a third party. I think it was Ramen Toy.
Yeah,
I bought they made a canopy for the McFarlane Batmobile that was not only color accurate to the car, you can get a glossy finish or a matte finish, but apparently the windows are more screen accurate. And I'm like,
yeah,
I don't care. I just, as long as it'll match, I can they were like, and then they had a video on their channel where it's like, oh, okay, it's just a couple screws. It's like,
yeah,
I could take this apart and put it back together.
He makes a kit for the cockpit to be 2 as well.
Really? I don't need all that. I just
it won't fit a McFarlane. It only fits 6-inch figures.
Oh, there you go. So that's more your jam. You can stick your superpowers in there.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, we might get one of those suckers. I don't know. So I was gonna say, if maybe I can pick up a Flash Batmobile loose somebody wants to get rid of, and I'll
eBay's out there.
Then I'll spray paint it matte black. Put some
Yeah, good luck. I've seen
LED
some really
lights
bad spray. Be careful how you do it. I've seen it online.
Yeah, well, you gotta do it right.
I know. I'm just saying, like when some people don't do it right, it looks horrible. And I'm like, you know what? I'd rather unscrew it.
Yeah, man. People, you can't just like, you gotta know how to do it the right way. The prep work is what makes it look good at the end.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree.
You know, Alfred, he's not just spray painting it, man. He's getting it ready. He's getting powder coating it.
Well, I think Bruce just basically spray paints his suit and begins. It's
he's just spraying it.
He's just spraying, just some Rust-Oleum.
So this like hard Kevlar fiber weaving now it just looks like rubber when I bend over. All right, man. Well, black rubber, the best rubber. Nice suit. I'm Batman. All right, we're going to get into this episode of the podcast. So again, we're kicking off. Batman is just hanging out again. Another establishing shot. This time this isn't Batman. Sorry, we got Alexander Knox. And we got Vicky Vale. They are at the Gotham Globe. Is this the Globe or the Gazette? I feel like
it's the newspaper.
Yeah, it's the newspaper. And they're looking at, what are those things called? Those film
microfiche, right?
Yeah. They're looking through the high-tech way of going through newspapers. And Alexander's like, hey, I found out some information about your guy Wayne. He's pretty screwed up.
Yeah.
She's like already pissed off. She's like, no, he tried to tell me something. The Joker came to my house last night, tried to give me flowers.
Can you imagine?
Bruce took off.
The richest man in the city. Like, he came to my apartment, and then the crime lord that everyone's trying to capture. He was just holding the city hostage with his chemicals. He was also there, and they shot each other.
Which is funny when you say that. It's actually funny because this scene's pretty like earnest, right? It's very like it could be any dramatic film, right? Like. You don't.
They just shot it in a corner.
It's kind of jarring because you're right. She just experienced like a homicidal clown, prince.
He also told me he committed murder. Like, what?
She's like, oh gosh, tell me what do you got for me? What do you got for me?
Well, speaking of Brent Wayne, she's like, oh god, not more.
Yeah. So here's kind of the reveal. His parents were murdered. And
love these 80s glasses she's got on too, dude.
Yeah, they're great too.
Those huge lenses.
I bet she picked those out too.
She's got that librarian look. Almost looks like Harley Quinn.
A little bit, yeah, man. She's like, because Vicky in the comics is a redhead. Like,
redhead brunette, something like that.
Yeah. So now she's pissed. He's all, don't get personal, bro. That's all she's gonna do, man.
It's like, dude, they already got it in. They got personal.
Yeah, they did as personal as two people can get.
Like, we are way beyond personal.
Yeah. And so so now we're back in the Batcave. Bruce is like tired. He's looking at Axis chemical maps.
I love the scene.
And you got Alfred. He's armor all in like the bat suit.
The suit looks great. But I get what you're saying here because I love how it looks like this like armor, this vault is carved out of the rock.
Yeah,
like it's just kind of like protruding out of there. It's great. Like these little shots. Then you have like the step ladders in the back. You could see it, and you're like, okay, it kind of gives the cave a little depth.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It's such it is kind of funny. Batman puts his suit in this giant like vault. Like, who else is going in the Batcave to take
I don't know, but it's also like the suit's in a vault, but then the car is just exposed. It's not like covered or anything. So it's like the suit is probably the last thing they see. It's
like when you're in a rush, man, you want to like get that thing on real quick. You don't
he doesn't have much space to get that thing on either.
Yeah. Imagine spinning that dial, for those tumblers to connect inside that lock. I'm like, I would have went with it if they just did the bat pole, man. Just slide on down like Adam West.
Oh God,
you know what I'm saying? He slides down.
Stop, Kowalski.
He basically has it. In Batman Returns, he kind of has the bat.
He has a slide.
Bat slide.
He has a slide.
He just needs to get
and it's like one level.
Dude, the bat poles is like the best. I
would.
I love that, dude. They slide down those suckers.
Dude, I bet you Reeves does some kind of bat pole thing.
I bet you he does, dude.
He loves 66.
Right? We'll see what happens. So, anyways, the world's greatest detective didn't see the files that Alfred put on his table. He's like, "Hey, can I get them files, Alfred?" He's like, "I put them on your table, sir." And he's like, "Oh, crap. Right there, the ones that say
what's on your mind there, Alfred?
green murders." Yeah. What's going on, Alfred? Alfred's like doing some weird. He's like licking his fingers and stuff. It's kind of weird. Yeah, man. If you look at that scene, like Bruce Wayne's talking to him, Alfred's like licking his finger and just kind of like. It's kind of weird. I'm telling you, that's the best part about going over these episodes, like kind of fine tooth comb. You just pick up on some like quirks, and I'm like, why is he doing that? He's opened up this big metal case. He is, man. Bruce is like telling him, "Hey, what's on your mind?" And Alfred's just like about to do a wet willy on somebody, dude. He just licks his pinky, dude. Hello, sir. Let me get closer.
All right, I'm trying to see here. I'm watching it right now. I never seen it.
Yeah, he's poor old man.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
What is he doing? Yeah,
on, dude?
He did a little pinky lick. Wow, I never noticed that before.
Yeah, see,
maybe that's a Butler thing.
Maybe you lick it and you like wipe it on something. Is this dusty? I don't know. So
yeah,
but anyways,
we'll be licking up dust.
Yeah, well, Alfred's pissed.
Alfred gives him a good message though. He's like, don't get killed here, kid.
Yeah. He's like, I don't want to deal with you. And then, you were already gone for 10 years, probably learning ninja stuff. Now you're back, right? Mm-hmm. We're assuming he did the same thing. I don't know. So okay, here we are, Gotham City. Great looking, just part of the set design here downtown.
The 200th anniversary gala.
Yeah, is indefinitely on hold.
I love that. I love his mayor's voice. I'm the mayor.
Oh, Joker.
Mayor Borg.
I love this. I love this sight gag. It makes no sense in any situation.
It doesn't. I'm like, where is the mayor looking? And it's like, why does Jack like shuffle the scene twice? Yes. And I was like, it looks great on screen when you're presenting it, but I was like, how does even Jack know what he's doing?
Yeah, it's only for the people in the broadcast booth. They're the only one that joke pays off for, and that's a Joker thing to do. Joker's like, this doesn't matter to anybody, but it's just going to be great for those people in that booth and the call the OB unit. Like,
decent people shouldn't live here.
Yeah,
they'd be happier someplace else.
That's a great line. Decent,
that's a great line.
Yeah,
decent people shouldn't live here.
Yeah, why'd you go back to that?
What? Because it's just, I'm just thinking you're talking about like it's just for the people, and it's like Jack's just like he doesn't care.
Yeah.
He doesn't think anyone should live here.
I was like, man, that line that was like beginning top of the movie, man.
Yeah.
So I love this. So he's talking about Grissom. He was a thief and a terrorist,
but he had a tremendous singing voice. I say that all the time. I add that to the end, but he had a tremendous singing voice, and usually it catches people off guard. They're like, what? Like that one.
It's just a nice way to describe somebody. Like, oh yeah, this is Pete. Like, loves, he cooks. He's a barbecuer, man. He makes it happen. He's also got a tremendous singing voice. I'm an artist.
That's another
good party. I love all the different people here. I love the punk rockers hanging out.
Yeah. Oh, they're just sitting there with a bonfire.
Yeah. And then you got like the city workers.
Yeah, they're shoveling cement. Yeah. Commence au festival. I just like the personality of Joker here just reigns supreme.
He does a lot of speaks in a lot of French slang, man.
And he does it a lot when he's wearing his skin tone makeup.
Yeah.
Which I thought was interesting here that Joker did that, to kind of try to bait Batman.
Yeah.
Like he's like, all right, well, if I'm just Jack Napier, I guess he's okay with everyone knowing he doesn't really care.
Yeah.
Because now at this point he's more Joker, right? Like he's Joker. He's just
he's full on.
Yeah, he's like, who cares? Jack's dead. So he's just trying to bait Batman here. And then it's weird because not just because they freeze frame it at the wrong part, but which sucks because Keaton does a great stare.
Yeah.
Looking into the monitors and everything when Jack says his line and he kind of puts it all together. Finally, like he's like, oh, okay, I'm 100% sure. Because Keaton's so great right now, but then he freeze frames it on the wrong still, and Jack's got his eyes closed. That always bothered me. It always bothered me.
I think it was like the ending of that smile. But I love this mano y mano, the big Dukaroo.
I say that a lot too.
Yeah, again, Batman.
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 The man who's brought real trouble to Gotham City.
Just the two of us. Yeah, mano y mano. And then we got Bruce Wayne and his oh gosh, what's the guy from Apple? He's looking just
His Steve Jobs turtleneck.
yeah, he's Steve Jobs. There's the
But
Steve
he
Jobs.
does so much here just with his face. Like you can just feel the pain. And you
Yeah.
know, I gotta say, the little touch of the bats over his shoulder, wonderful, wonderful.
Oh yeah. Yep. This Batcave is incredible. I don't
Yeah.
know why he needs 7 different versions of the Joker being presented to him, but doesn't matter. It looks good. You know. Well, you can switch it to security cameras too.
I'm sure he could do whatever he wants, dude.
Yeah, so I'm gonna play some Sega Genesis in here, maybe.
Yeah, you know. Well, that's more of a McGinnis thing. He got caught playing video games at one point.
Oh, man, so he's got these newspaper clippings. I got newspaper clippings saved from when Batman Returns came out. I still got them in a folder.
That's awesome. You should frame them.
Maybe I should do something with them, dude. I have
framing stuff like that's cool because it's unique, you know.
Yeah, no one else has it. We'll see. That's a good idea. I'm like, they're just in an old Batman '89 folder that I have. So, all right, he's upset.
Here we go.
So I'm gonna dream about making iPods.
Oh my God.
So yeah, so he starts to head into flashback mode. A lot of upshots, sepia tones, and there's his family.
Now this is a controversial thing here. How do you feel about this? You love '89, but you rip everything apart.
Yeah, I do.
You know, so like,
how do you mean that they're not watching the Mark Zorro, or that they?
No, I think we're talking about the big reveal, right?
Oh yeah. You know, yeah. I mean,
it's not canon. It comes on. No, dude. Before you do it, I was just saying this. Twitter would have erupted in 1989 if we had it, because this would have been a thing.
Yeah. Well, did you see that clip that came out? He was on David Letterman, where Michael Keaton back then, he ruined the movie. He was like, so you find out Joker kills his parents. He's like, wait, what? He's like, oh shoot. And
then he found out like years later it was Chill, and he didn't know who Chill was. I was like,
yeah. So that's the thing. Like in this part of the film where, I didn't know. Well, here's the thing: when I saw this movie, I didn't know. I had no idea. I was like, oh, did Joker kill his parents? And my uncle told me. My uncle was the one who said, no, it was just some robber or some thug got him. Didn't even know it was Joe Chill. He didn't tell me it was Joe Chill. But
it's so funny because then the movie creates a canon for you that doesn't really, it exists upon itself. Instead of the years that came before it. It's an interesting kind of
it's an 80s storytelling device for sure. I mean, if here's the thing, does this movie work?
It's a very 80s action movie, yeah.
Yeah. Does this movie work if Joker doesn't kill his parents? Because what's the payoff at the end, right? The whole payoff is I made you, you made me. Like there's this constant that
that's where
the cycle where they're both responsible for their.
That's where you have to look at the point in time when the movie was made, and like you said, it's got 80s tropes in it. It is what it is. It's not a 90s movie. It just isn't. It's clearly like the turn of the tide, right? Like it feels, obviously like in lines with like all the Lethal Weapon.
I can just hear John Peters. The Joker's gotta kill his parents. Come on, like why? Who's the Joker?
Well, remember, like at the same time, it's like Hollywood guys are like comic book dudes. Like we don't have to. We know how to tell stories better than comic book guys. Remember,
the Joker kill his parents.
Yeah, why didn't they think of that? That's why they read comics and making movies. Like that's the type of personality these guys have. Yeah. So, like and things are a lot different now. So again, like people were spoiled. That's why people try to get on 89. I'm like, dude, it was made in a different time. You got to remember that. Like things are a lot different in the way they make these things now in a post Nolan world.
Yeah. So I mean, this other guy, why not? Why can't he be Joe Chill? It could be Joe Chill and Jack Napier, right? This other guy hanging out with Jack. That's Joe.
I was always cool with the idea of I don't know who it is.
Yeah. The
kind of Spider-Man style until Spider-Man 3, right?
Well, they got away with they did away with the Joe Chill for a little bit in the comics, and they brought it back, and
which is fine. It doesn't matter who really does it, in my opinion. I'm not a huge fan of it being Joker.
Same.
But at the same time, it's like the Waynes need to be sacrificed, for lack of a better term, in order for us to get Batman.
Yeah. So so you get the famous Pearl scene,
which I heard is actually not how pearls are made.
Oh,
Like
really?
pearls apparently are tied individually on the string,
Oh, really?
so that when they break, they don't fall like that. So I heard
Oh.
that's a movie thing,
Hey, maybe
or so
maybe Bruce Wayne's dad, Thomas Wayne, cheaped out on these pearls.
yeah. So I heard, or maybe I think that's how they did in year one too, right? So,
Yeah, it's
but
just such a
apparently that's not how
great.
pearls are made. I was like,
Well,
oh,
seeing
that's kind of fascinating.
the popcorn and the I never knew that. This is the first time I heard. I'm today's years old, dude, on hearing that. But
Yeah.
the way the pearls and the popcorn fall is great. This is
No,
like
it's wonderful to see, and
like
Joel does a good job of it too.
yeah, oh yeah. So with one of the like the way Martha goes down, bro, is such a Tim Burton like it's almost
Isn't
like
it?
with
She
like
does a great screech. It's like it's a
yeah,
weird, yeah.
it's like a weird like if this wasn't a serious scene, like if you did like a weird like woo, it feels very Tim Burton the way her
Mm.
legs almost fly up in the air. So just kind of seeing his style, she just flies backwards. For whatever reason in this whole scene, that's the most Tim Burton-y like
Dude, like,
scene I see.
honestly, the backlot they shot this on makes me feel like the Six Flags Great Adventures are so high quality because I feel like I'm there. Like that's
Yeah.
what I feel like
Oh yeah, the
when I'm
steam.
watching this.
Yeah. Oh, that was my favorite. Going on Batman the Ride, it was always fun
Yeah,
because they
Batman Lethal
play
Weapon were
this on
great.
loop. Yeah,
Yeah, the way she just falls back is kind of funny. I
yeah,
could see what's her name, O'Hara from Beetlejuice doing that,
yeah. That's yeah.
right?
Now this guy, this Jack Napier guy, he's pretty good. Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, he looks. I honestly, I think this is a great guy to cast for a Nicholson lookalike.
Yeah,
I was really impressed, and it's. I think he won it with a smile. The
yeah.
smile really pulls it off because you could. I don't know, like
I mean, he looks like the Joker.
yeah.
Like, man, that guy should have played him. So, yeah, that
Nah,
that
I can't
whole
complain with Jack, man.
what now?
Straight out kid.
What's the guy who used to do early Batman on film stuff? He was gonna film like a prequel to Batman '89, where it was gonna explain like that
Where's?
scene. Yeah, he had like a thing he was doing with,
Yeah.
and it was supposed to be like this scene.
Where's it go? That's old school, man. He's old school BOF.
Yeah,
I
yeah, but
don't
I
think a
don't
lot
think
of people know that.
I don't think
That's real.
yeah.
That's an OG name.
We should have. I wonder if he can get on here. He's in England or something though. That'd be cool to talk to him.
Time
Like, hey,
difference.
whatever happened to that scene that you were gonna put out? I don't know what it was called, but it was like a prequel little like fan film where Batman. I just saw your name on here. You're so funny. Anywho, it distracted me. Where it's Batman versus Joe Chill and not versus, but like there's a story of like why Joe Chill and Jack Napier went out and did this. He was trying to give agency to
We
Joe
did recently
Chill.
find out that it is apparently Joe Chill with Napier.
Oh, yeah. So that's what I was saying. I mean, in my head canon, it's Joe Chill. I don't. Where did you hear that at? Is that in a book?
I forget. I thought it was there was. I forget where I heard it from. It definitely was out there. I thought somebody confirmed that it was Chill or so, maybe I don't know. But I always assumed it was Bob. I always thought that was young Bob, or maybe that was what it was. Not. It's not young Bob. I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
I can't remember. It's definitely. We'll do some googling after the show.
Yeah. So, all right. So, anyways, he goes through his dream sequence and memories, and then here comes Vicky. This is the worst her hair has looked in the film, by the way. I don't like this like wet look. I don't know if it's because the dampness of the cave.
It's hard to make her look bad, dude.
Yeah. She looks good. She's wearing she looks like she went to a nice restaurant.
Yeah.
She's got a white coat.
She went out for brunch and she went to the Batcave.
Yeah. She was smart. Like
we can
basically
try
was
to
smart
love each other.
not to wear black here. She stands out. She's
Yeah.
like the white damsel in distress,
But I gotta go to work.
She's like, I've got to go. I got to go to the Apple store. She's like,
These are
why?
some of the best Keaton shots here.
He's good here. This whole dialogue is so like, why can't we love each other? And he's like, man, she's like, I've loved you since I met you.
This is so 80s.
What do you mean? He's like, girl, you met me 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
I know, but it's such good D.
But here, I love this, but I like it's hard because they got these lines that are like kind of clunky, but then you have this like, look, sometimes I don't know what to think about this. I don't know what to think about this. I love him like being like, I know I have to do this because I'm freaking crazy. It's just something I have to do. I don't know what to do about this. I have to do it. Like he's trying to like not reason with her, but like this is what it is. And because nobody else can. Dude, that's such a Batman thing to say. Nobody else can.
I got the money. I could do this.
So I tried to. I tried to avoid all this. I can't. This is how it is. This is what I'm doing. It's not
I
a perfect
have to be
world.
Batman.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a perfect world. He's like, well, my perfect world requires me to wear
The bat suit.
the bed. Oh yeah. I may throw nickels on there. I don't know.
I'm gonna go beat the Joker and we'll come back.
Yeah. Be ready.
And we'll have spaghetti. Talk with
Alfred,
the multiverse.
get it going. Yeah, yeah. Because I'll tell you about the multiverse.
So in 34 years, this kid's gonna come around with this red suit.
Yeah, I want to see Vicky Vale again. Why doesn't he connect with her again? So there we go, man. I still remember this. They use this in the Taco Bell cup commercial.
Oh man, this is some of the best Keaton. Right?
Yeah. Again, that's Burton knows how to light that suit, man. So
dude, when that shot of him looking up, it's looking up at him, but he's like just kind of pulling back, and you see the cow, and again the eyes.
Yeah,
Keaton's eyes do so much of his acting.
Yeah, he's the best. That's why he's the best. Well, there we go, man.
You question the vault, but watching them open the vault is like one of the most epic bat things ever.
No, man, it's cool. It's just like when you're thinking, like, man, it's like when you're trying to find your shoes. Where are my shoes at? Like, man, he's like, I gotta open this stupid vault.
Awesome. Dude, it's funny because like in Returns, the obvious scene where he doesn't have the eye makeup, but the eye makeup like really sells it here.
Yeah,
the only thing you literally just see like the white and green of his eyes, or turquoise, or whatever, his hazel eyes.
Yeah,
right. Like it's kind of like jarring. He's like, oh man, that's Batman, dude.
Yeah, and it's another thing. Like Batman's got to have blue eyes, man. Like Affleck and
does Batman traditionally have blue eyes? I actually don't know this.
Yeah, in the comics, blue eyes. Yeah, they just pierce better, man, through the suit. Like Bale and Affleck and I think Clooney all had brown eyes, and they don't pop. Like Kilmer
eyes pop here, man.
Yeah, Clooney's eyes, man. I mean Keaton's eyes, man. It just, and the way again he's doing that Dracula lighting on him again, and it looks
it's so good.
It looks great, man. Like the same in the scene in the Batcave where Descent into Mystery, that whole scene. Like when he's in the Batcave, he has that similar lighting on him, and it just looks so good, man.
No, he's incredible. This is great.
Yeah, it is. Man,
imagine growing up in the Midwest and hating this movie.
Imagine missing Batmania and just like, I don't know, Lethal Weapon came out.
I'm too over this shit.
Where's Riggs and Murtaugh at? Come on.
I love that movie though. I can't
lie.
It's
good. It's good.
That's another 80s gem.
That whole summer, it was like Ghostbusters.
I wish I could have really enjoyed that summer. I was 3 years old.
Yeah, Ghostbusters 2, Indiana Jones, Batman. He was great, but Batman was everywhere, man. I'm just telling you, no one cared.
I wish I could have experienced Batman '89. Honestly,
oh man,
like it's the one thing. Just like I could never. I had Forever and Dark Knight, and that's great. Like those are my Batmanias, and as a kid, Batman Forever was everything. Like it was just.
I don't remember a lot of Batman Forever. Like
at my age, the toys, a lot was geared for me. It was very, I was at the perfect age for Batman Forever. So like it was probably bigger than I thought. But then like I was big on MTV, and there was Seal and all that jazz, and U2. So Batman Forever was everywhere for me, man.
I mean, I guess it was. I remember the cups. They're like.
And Jim Carrey was a big deal in the 90s. So him being in that movie, a lot of other people got invested in it because of Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
So the Batman Forever was a nice piece of Americana at its time. But I wish I could have seen 89. Like, and then living through Dark Knight was pretty insane in itself. But then again, like that wasn't that was so self-contained within fandom, I think. Because a lot of that stuff happened, like the pixel by pixel picture of Heath, the stuff at Comic-Con, like a lot of it was really insinuated because of just how much I'm a fanboy.
Yeah, the Dark Knight
people got
the Dark Knight came out. The Dark Knight promotional stuff didn't hit like mainstream. It was like, oh, if you were at Comic-Con, you would know to go to the comic shop and go.
If you were in the know, you knew.
Yeah, if you're going to the web. I mean but that thing is that was fun. The
marketing, but once the movie came out,
marketing
it went nuts after that.
Great, dude. The websites and
yeah.
I remember the Joker called, or not the Joker. What's the freaking guy who he called me on my phone? He was like, "Oh, the Joker's gonna kill me." And it was Brian. Oh, this is Brian. Like that was crazy. I remember just being at work, and like get a call. I was like, "What the heck?" And like, "What's going on?" I go,
but that movie, but when the movie came out, it went to a different level because then everyone else got involved in it.
Yeah, That was awesome.
So that was cool to live through. So I've had 2 Batmanias that were really, really good.
Yeah,
you know,
but not the one that
I
matters.
wish. Yeah, I was just too young. I was too young.
Yeah, it's all right, man. It's all right. Dude, time travel is going to happen in our lifetime somehow. You'll go back. You'll be able to watch. You'll screw it all up though, so
Like the
it'll never
Flash.
happen. You know, your luck. You're going to go
I'll
back.
meet an evil me covered in
You'll-
salami, and he'll just
you'll screw it up, and then by you messing around with the time stream, Lethal Weapon 2 is going to be the biggest thing of '89. There's going to be like haircuts and
You sure?
figures.
Actually, it might end up being Ghostbusters too.
They're like, we were sitting on this merch, all these Peter Venkman figures. None of them sold.
Nobody wants this Harold Ramis.
Yeah, Bobby Brown had his song. That was it. He's all dancing around fighting Ghostbusters.
No, I can't get rid of these Aykroyd figures. What the hell's going on?
Ay. You know, you're just like, all we have is these Batman figures are sitting here on the peg warmers.
I just sit there, I scoop them all up, and they sell them for like $75 a pop. 35 years later.
That's so funny. All right, Pete. What was your favorite quote? What's the quote of this film, of this movie? No, this scene.
Oh man, I don't know. Because there's a lot of like just lovey-dovey bullshit. I don't know. Don't get personal, or is that did we just do that one?
Don't get personal. Well, I always think of just what Joker says, man. I like Joker. He's all the big Dukaroo.
Yeah, well, that's good too.
That's funny, dude. Mono y mono. But I do like my favorite Bruce line though is the one where he just look. Sometimes I don't know how to think about this. It's just it's something I have to do. Oh, I love that. It's just something I have to do because nobody else can. Woo! That's the line, bro.
That's acting.
Yeah, that's acting.
That's acting. Cinema. That's script writing.
Yeah, I don't think Sam Hamm wrote that part.
I mean, dude, I would love to get Sam Hamm on to talk about 89 Echoes and have the two of you like show down.
Yeah, he follows me on Twitter. Let's talk. Come on, Sam. I bet you
come
on
Twitter too.
Yeah,
I'd love to get you two on a podcast. Hello, Sam. This is Justin. He discredits everything you do.
Yeah, I don't like Batman Echoes or the first one, so it doesn't feel tonally connected to the movie that Tim Burton directed. So, welcome to the show.
And he's like, "Oh boy."
Yeah. So you're going to be very uncomfortable today. So, all right, Pete. How can people? Yeah. All right.
Anyway,
people find you, Pete. Come on.
Socially, you could follow all my insanities on X and Instagram at Pete Illustrated. My podcast, Straight Outta Gotham, at straight_O_G on X. If you like Spider-Man, I have a Spidey Coalition podcast. Check that out. Brian Lauer's The Batman Book Club. I'm on there monthly, and I'm all over BatmanOnFilm.com. Batman-on-com.com.
On Donner, on Asher, on Prancer, on Cupid.
Ladkoff.net.
Did Ladkoff ever be a website? Did he ever buy Ladkoff?
He bought the domain name to Ladkoff.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
I think he did.
If you know, you know.
That's it.
Funny.
Anyway, that's all it. But otherwise, follow me on Twitter and watch me argue with Justin there.
Yeah. I love it. Pete is the hardest working guy in comics and Batman fandom. Let me tell you, he does the work.
Yeah, I'm right.
He reads it, he buys it, he tries it,
right here.
And he never denies it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, what's that? What do you got right there?
Batman 89 Echoes, number 4.
Why is he? I thought it was Batman Beyond. So
no, it's Nightwing.
Oh gosh, why is Nightwing in the book? I don't want to know. Why is Nightwing need to be in the book yet? Let it be Robin.
Just have fun.
Oh man, I can't wait to read that. I'm gonna read that tonight.
All right, enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. All right. You can find me on X at Justin M. Kowalski. Follow me there. I'd like to talk about some Batman stuff. Get me distracted from all the real world things that are happening because I want to talk about some fun stuff.
I'd love to talk to you about Matt Reeves and the only Batman that actually matters right now.
Yeah, let's talk. I can talk Matt Reeves.
Let's talk Matt Reeves. I love talking Matt Reeves. I'm so
Matt Reeves is
Penguin's coming, baby. Hey, Penguin's coming. Tell him on Twitter.
I saw a clip today. It was great. It was a great clip.
I keep forgetting when that dropped, but I can't wait.
Yeah, it's coming, dude. I'm excited for TV's coming back this fall, man. My shows are lining back up.
There you go.
Tulsa King's coming. Penguin's coming.
Penguin's coming.
Some other shows are probably coming. I don't know.
Joker's coming.
Joker's coming. Yeah, I'm excited. Ooh, I want to talk about Joker. Make sure we talk about Joker. I get to talk with you about it.
Okay.
Make sure. Don't let anyone.
I'm seeing it that Saturday.
Yeah, don't let anybody jump in the way.
All right. So how about that Sunday? When are you seeing it? Are you seeing it opening
I don't know.
weekend?
Probably that Friday.
You let me know.
I'm gonna go by my wife doesn't want to watch it, so
I don't blame her.
yeah.
To be honest with you.
She's like, I don't like the other ones. It was awful. Why do you want to watch that?
Yes, how I feel.
She's just like, it's awful. Why would you want to watch that? Why? Why?
I said, I have to. The podcast needs me.
Yeah, I'm like, why do you want to watch these shows that you're just violent? Wow.
Is that what she says?
Yes.
Can we just make ice cream again?
Can we just watch Only Murders in the Building? I'm like, that's about violence, but it's funny. I'm like, I'm watching Mayor King's.
This coming from the greatest Halo player of our generation.
Yeah, dude, she eviscerated fools all online, dude. No one stood a chance. No one stood a chance in 2003.
Dude, Big Bad Berg.
She took him out, dude. And then, I don't know. She got soft, dude.
She's like the Barda of Halo.
That's right, dude. And she's Bardingy. Maybe I can change her name. All right. Oh gosh. All right. It's late. My name is Justin. You can find me again online, Twitter, wherever, X, and then you can find me on these shows. More coming soon. I guess we're riding this train.
Let's
ride. The end. Let's ride. All right. So thank you for listening to us on this Batman on Film production. Batman on Film, authoritative, definitive.
The daggum original.
The original. Batman on Film, established
1998.
Announcer Rachel, you take us out.
Rumble.
You have been listening to Batman on Film Chapter by Chapter, a BatmanOnFilm.com podcast revisiting the cinematic adventures of the Dark Knight, scene by scene, chapter by chapter. Follow Jet on Twitter at Batman on Film. For BOF news only, follow at the Batman on Film on Twitter. To become a BOF patron, go to patreon.com/Batman on Film. To advertise on BOF, visit advertisecast.com/Batman on Film. For Jet and Team BOF, I'm announcer Rachel. Authoritative, definitive, the original. Batman on Film. Established in 1998.